Hello and welcome to Arcurus's Let's Play of Star Wars Squadrons. Star Wars Squadrons was released in 2020 by EA and it was produced by Motive. Now, Motive are the guys that worked on parts of Star Wars Battlefront 2, published by EA. Now, me and EA, we've kind of had a long and turbulent history. I kind of really lost faith in them after they put the Old Republic on free-to-play, and pretty much since that happened, I actually have had boycotted them in that I've avoided any games they've put out. I mean, first they'd have to put games out that I'd be interested in, and then something that came as a death knell to me personally, as I'm a huge Star Wars fan, is that EA got the exclusive license to publish Star Wars games. Now, their first two outings in this were really lackluster, Battlefront and Battlefront 2, whereas Battlefront 2 has a single-player campaign, Battlefront 1 does not. It kind of mirrors the original Battlefront games, but they were in no way comparable to the OG Battlefront games, in my opinion. So I avoided them. Now, my head really started to turn with Star Wars Jedi... what is it? Oh, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, where they put out a single-player only experience. Looked like a cross between like Dark Souls and Metroid, that sort of thing. And it was really interesting. In fact, I did not continue watching a Let's Play because I actually do want to play that game myself. However, where it really tipped me over into actually buying one of these products was Squadrons. I'm a huge fan of the old X-Wing series games. X-Wing, TIE Fighter, X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, X-Wing Alliance. Like, those games are my childhood, and essentially, I've been waiting 20 years for LucasArts to put out another one for them. Now, one of my relatives did work for LucasArts for a long time, until Disney closed them, actually. And he always told me that the reason why they didn't make another one of these flight sim type games is that really it wasn't financially feasible. They could make that game, but the returns wouldn't be enough to really justify its existence. Well, EA has outdone LucasArts in that they have put out this product. It's not a $60 product, it's a $40 experience. In that it does have a campaign, which I'm really surprised at, but the meat of it is the online multiplayer and fleet battles. Now, insofar as I know, this game is, after release, it's supposed to be a one and done. Maybe a couple bug fixes, that sort of thing. Minimal effort on EA and Motive's part to keep it going, but later on this year, or early next year, we're going to be getting the B-Wing and the TIE Defender editions, which I really hope they start adding more maps, more maps, more starfighters, give me more of this. And this really is, in my opinion, the true successor of those games. So, I had some initial difficulties in getting it to launch, but that's mostly because of a hardware issue on my side. But, we get to create our characters for both the Imperial side and the Rebellion. So, let's go ahead and start with our Imperial pilot. Well, let's see. Okay, yeah, this guy looks pretty Imperial. He looks like a right jackass. And then you can choose whether or not he's male or female.
Victory will be mine.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sold. Fury B. Yeah, we're going with that. We're going to randomize his name a little bit. Reza Bestov. Okay, this is Reza. Let's see. Alright, this guy has a very Biggs Darklighter look from the original trilogy. Biggs Darklighter was a character who was mostly cut from A New Hope, but he was Luke's friend on Tatooine, so we're going to go with him.
I'll outfly any Imperial pilot.
This ought to be fun.
I think I'm going to go with Gambler. And let's randomize the name. Yeah, let's go with a Raffo Cloudcutter. That sounds Star Warsy. We're going to be playing instruments only. because the game is actually designed well enough to allow for that. We're going to go with pilot mode. And let us jump in.
Alderaan chose destruction. They incited rebellion and anarchy, and paid the price. The survivors continue to spread dissent. Find them. Do not rest until the destruction of Alderaan is complete.
Lord Vader's orders are clear.
Are they?
Yes, wipe out all that remains of Alderaan.
How? I understood the survivors were in hiding.
Intelligence reports a possible Alderaanian convoy heading to Foster Haven. You are to draw them out and finish them off. Do you understand that, Captain?
Perfectly, Commodore Sloan.
Dismissed.
Captain James,
Everything ready, Lieutenant Carroll.
Squadrons on their way. They're excited to fulfill Lord Vader's command.
And you? No qualms hunting down refugees from a world we destroyed?
During the Iskalon uprising, you taught me to ignore propaganda. They're traitors, not refugees, and will be dealt with accordingly. I've prepped our usual Sigma 9 loadout.
No. Only standard ties today.
Flying old school, sir. This might be a real challenge after all.
You hear me, Teresa? But I don't think you understand me. I guess we'll find out. Follow my lead. And don't fire unless I give the order. The convoy is out there. We don't want to scare them off. Let's do this right.
It will be done.
It will be done. Oh, that voice is so evil. I love it. Okay, so it's essentially telling us to prepare for launch, but I actually need to go into the controls part of this because I have been playing this a little bit, and I have played through the first couple of missions, but there is something I want to change in here. So, in this game, just like the old X-Wing TIE Fighter and X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter games, a lot of the gameplay mechanics actually revolve around shunting your power around. So, the way I have it currently set up is, you know, the way somebody else had recommended it be set up, but I'm going to make my own little tweaks here. And that mostly has to do with the power management. Now, I'm playing with an X52 hands-on stick and throttle, and so I've got a lot of little buttons. So the way it is in game is the dials are arranged: engines, weapons, shields. So I actually do want to have my controls mirror that. So I want my POV on my hat stick left to be engines, I want up to be weapons, and I want right to be shields. So as you can see, weapons is currently set to POV right. So let's make that POV up. Power to shields is going to be POV right. And power to engines. Okay, where is it? Oh, power to engines here. I want that to be POV left. So that way, when I actually look at the controls, when I actually look at the instruments in the ship, it actually matches which way I'm moving that hat stick on my controls. So let's launch.
Begin pre-flight checks. Pilot, boot up your cockpit systems.
Understood.
Yes, for the Empire.
All systems up and running. Pre-flight complete. Let's get a clean launch. Lock onto my fighter.
Alright, so before I do this, I'm going to kind of explain some of the controls in here, because I have a bit of free look going on before I really do anything. So that triangle off to the left, which will be like a circle in Rebel ships, that's our sensors. It works just like the sensors in the original X-Wing, you know, in the original games. So the closer something is to the center of that, the closer it is to being directly ahead of us, and the further it is in all directions is, you know, the further it is in that direction, you know, indicating how sharp you'd have to turn and that sort of thing. What they did is they eliminated that. It used to be two. There used to be one for front and back. You don't really ever use the one in back, so I feel like that was good that they got rid of that. Sasha, get off my desk, please. Okay, that's my cat. The next thing we have is the throttle indicator. And as you can see, there's the number 0 at the bottom, and then, you know, a little indicator. The red is where our throttle currently is. And as you can see, there's like this little stepstone thing in the left of that. What that indicates is how maneuverable your craft is at that thrust percentage. So at about 50%, that is when we are at our most maneuverable. So they kept that instead of the simplified 2/3 power, 1/3 power for max maneuverability thing in the original X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. So I think that is really cool. So it's going to encourage me to throttle up, throttle down as I need to. Now the targeting computer is there in the very middle. It will actually show me the orientation of the target to me, as well as its shield level, as well as its hull integrity, as well as its distance. Above that is our loadout. So you have 3 things you can swap out on most things. This is mostly for launchers. The one we have that's blue, that's our repair kit. So that's on our left auxiliary. I have nothing on the right and nothing in the middle. In the middle is countermeasures against enemy ships. And over on the right of everything here, well, that's the hull integrity of our ships and our shields if we needed them. Now, as we power up, it's going to have a couple of other things. So there's actually a black spot next to the throttle. That's where our power shunting levels are going to be. And above all the countermeasures, that's going to be, you know, how much laser power we have. So let's go ahead and... Come on. There we go. It's hitting the wrong buttons.
Forward sensor online and tracking. Now, throttle up and deploy out of the hangar.
Go straight to full throttle.
The rest of the fleet is back from Malastare. We'll have plenty of help to deal with that convoy defenses. Helix Squadron, we're prepping your Gazanti transport. Stand by.
Copy, Vigilance. All pilots follow me. We'll do a quick pass of the fleet, calibrate flight controls.
Copy that.
Stay mobile. We don't want any collisions.
Alright. So, I can twist my stick to roll.
From inside, you forget how big our Star Destroyers really are.
Careful. The shields won't harm us. But flying so close to the hull is no time to get careless.
So this is something they added, is that the shields are an actual bubble,
You're right, sir. It is good to fly old school again.
and you can actually fly underneath the shields to do direct hull damage.
TIE fighter.
It looks like someone is testing battle formations.
Better here than in the field again.
Keep your distance, Helix. Those engines run hot enough to vaporize a TIE.
I've known a few daredevils who found that out the hard way.
TIE pilots push the limits. Sometimes the limits push back. Good. All systems calibrated, and the fleet is in good shape.
Alright.
The Vigilance reports our Gozanti transport is ready.
Helix Squadron, head to the Gazanti and dock for hyperspace jump.
Yes.
For the record, I hate Gazanti transports.
Can engage.
Like, just like the little freaking legs that stick out that the TIEs have to dock to is just dumb. No, we will not be inverting any of our flight
Helix
controls.
Squadron are docked and clear for hyperspace jump. Remember, Helix, we'll have support, but finding the refugee convoy is up to us.
They won't escape the Empire twice.
Oh, they've got the bulk freighters from the original X-Wing games. That's... Oh, that's right, the nostalgia for me. Like, I don't recognize most of these Imperial designs. I know the Gazanti transport is from Rebels, which I have not watched all the way through. There's like a big triangular shaped like hangar ship there, down to our right.
Starhaven, probably the most
That's actually an expanded universe ship that made its way back.
Thieves and pirates. If the refugees are hiding here, clearly they're not as innocent as they'd claim.
Carriers moving into position.
Blockade is forming up. Our rear guard is secure at least.
Interesting. There's a lot of cargo traffic today.
Then our convoy might be hiding among them.
Agreed. All cargo vessels. This is Captain Lyndon Javes of the Galactic Empire. Prepare for immediate inspection. And this is Starhaven's station master. Kindly avoid harassing my customers. If they cooperate, they'll be fine. Pilot, proceed.
Understood.
Check your forward sensor. It will identify potential targets. Pilot, begin by inspecting that ship.
Yep, I know how to scan.
Wait. We have
I've done this a couple of times. So you have to get within 900 meters and keep your thing on them while they're targeted.
I swear.
No refugees aboard. Carry on.
Good. Check that ship next.
Look, I'll pay anything. Just don't impound my ship. No sir. Just smuggled weapons and a cargo of spice.
Let the fleet handle those smugglers. We should get to the station. My customers are legitimate traders. You have no right.
Captain, the station's defenses just activated.
Helix Squadron, destroy those turrets. We can't search under fire. Out here, no one shoots unless they're prepared for return fire. Even the Empire should know that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Targets destroyed. Your laser cannons need to recharge. The defense capability is dropping. Keep going.
I gotcha.
Targeting is useless.
Turrets down.
I'm so not used to using a flight stick that I tend to overshoot targets a lot.
Those turrets weren't cheap.
That should do. Good shooting, pilot.
Let's
Our
get back up
reputation
to
will
full.
never recover from this.
Captain Javes, I think I found where the refugees are hiding. On our way. Pilot, with me.
We've got enemy activity.
Pilot's down. We have rebel X-Wings on sensors.
Good. Drive these Imperials off my station. They must be protecting the convoy. Defend yourselves if necessary. I'll look for the refugees.
Okay, I've got to get some distance. Oh, I got you. You can shoot through their shields. That's what I'm doing. Let's get a new target.
On a tail.
Oh. Now, I think this is a little bit more exciting than your typical X-Wing or TIE Fighter fare. Simply because we've got this huge station here, we're maneuvering around it.
That's half the rebel scum destroyed. Enemy is down.
go full lasers.
You're dead.
Enemy is down.
I'm taking heavy fire.
I'm trying.
I'm with you.
Nope. That was close. He almost had me. So I'm gonna get away from this wall here.
On your way.
Got him.
All rebel targets destroyed. Captain, the rebel
Let's
fighters
equal
are
out
coming
my-
from that tunnel through the station.
Power there.
The refugee convoy must be hiding in there. After them. We'll deal with you later, Station Master.
You attack my station and customers, then blame me? Imperial thugs.
There. The convoy. Prepare to fire.
I've been disabled.
All systems down. Those were iron missiles. Where the hell did they come from?
Sorry, Teresa. After Alderaan, I can't ignore what the Empire's become.
Sir. Lyndon. What are you saying?
That I don't care who ordered it. I didn't sign up to hurt innocent refugees. And if protecting them makes me a rebel, then so be it.
Damn it! Pilot, see if you can bypass his shutdown.
Mash buttons.
Catch up with that traitor! Lieutenant Carroll to the Vigilance. Captain Javes is aiding the rebellion. Send immediate assistance.
I hoped it wouldn't come to this.
Missiles, watch out!
Don't make me return fire.
Oh, that hurt. Don't fly in the fire. Got it.
I see the convoy. Dead ahead. Prepare to fire.
Squadron, this is refugee convoy Hope of Eldera. We have families aboard. I'm here to help convoy leader. No time to explain. Just get out of this tunnel. I wish you'd seen things my way. Goodbye, Teresa.
The tunnel!
Alright, so it looks like he went ahead and defected. Oh, that's actually a pretty good Rogue One reference right there, when Vader comes in at the end with his Star Destroyer. Here we are at the Rebel part of the prologue. I don't think every mission's gonna have a Rebellion Imperial half. I think after this one it gets, you know, one mission Imperial, one mission Rebel, that sort of thing.
That call sounds desperate. Can anyone make out what he's saying?
They're working on it. Okay, Echo Squadron, on me.
This is Admiral Akbar to Echo Squadron.
Echo Leader here.
Now, if this is right after Alderaan, this is probably a hell of a lot larger than, of a fleet than the Rebels actually had.
We'll need maneuverability.
Fast and nimble. Got it. Weapons look good.
They'll look better when we're shooting down ties.
Double check shields.
Right. We might need to hold out a while.
Systems check complete. In formation.
Echo 3, matching formation.
Echo 2 standing by. Echo 5 standing by.
Flying in formation.
Okay, Squadron. Anyone low on missiles needs to stock up now. Head to the U-Wing for resupply. All good? Good.
Command has verified the distress call from Starhaven. A refugee convoy from Starhaven has been detected in the Star Destroyer. We need help.
All right, time to go.
Echo Squadron, join the first wave and head to the rendezvous point.
This had to happen while half the fleet's away.
Prepping hyperdrive.
Oh, that transition never gets old in hyperspace.
Admiral, we're here.
Yeah, but the convoy's way over there. With the bad guys between us and them.
Echo Squadron, transfer all power to engines. Head below the Star Destroyer and wait for my signal. It's risky, but flying fast and close to the Star Destroyer's hull should get us to the other side safely. Steady. Now, fire all boost thrusters.
Oh, this is harrowing.
You two. Damn it, 5. Squadron, focus. We are not losing anyone else.
Oh, they cut right through my shields there.
Breaking formation. Capital ships are moving in. Rebel Alliance forces. The convoy needs support.
Wait, that was an Imperial transmission on an open channel.
Echo Squadron, move in and give them cover. I'm glad someone heard my distress call. I couldn't hold off those ties any longer.
Who are you? A defector?
If you'll take me, call me Lyndon. I'll explain later. Pilot, help me push these fighters back.
Echo 4, leave that quasar for now. Focus on ties. Then we better get rid of those ties. Fire missiles.
Joining formation.
Defend the convoy before it's too late.
Anyone got missiles? Let them have it.
Joining up. Took care of that for you.
Hey, thanks.
I couldn't let the Empire destroy more innocents from Alderaan in the name of security.
So you told the Empire where to stick it?
You could say that. That's half of them. Keep pushing.
Oh, crap.
No, you don't.
You're too kind.
try spinning. That's a good trick.
Joined up.
Picked up a tail.
Oh, I couldn't get the missile off. Come on. Okay, crash into him. That works.
I'm being followed.
Running interference.
Prep your fighter. They'll send more ties soon.
Echo Squadron, let's get in position and escort these transports.
I'm right beside you.
This is Admiral Akbar, the Rebel Alliance. Echo Leader reports you're willing to defect.
Willing and able.
Then keep assisting Echo Squadron. Squadron, there's a quasar bearing down on the convoy.
And filled with reinforcements. Take the ties down.
No, Echo 2's gone.
Echo, reinforcements are here.
That Corvette is a beautiful sight.
Corvette Captain, focus on the quasar. We'll mop up the ties.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Here for support, Echo Leader.
Oh, so many ties.
You have more ties incoming. Take them down. Less to worry about.
Hey, cut it out.
Come on.
See you later. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way to deal with that quasar.
Following your lead.
Oh, he's out there.
That's all the ties down.
Yes. Nice work. Squadron, form up.
I think we're clear. For now.
Let's make the most of it. Echo Squadron, bring the convoy and Linden here to a safer position.
We're on it.
Admiral, this Imperial fleet operates. I can tell they're prepping their capital ships for an attack right now. We need backup.
Alright, I'll send you the rest of Echo Squadron with everything they've got.
Heading towards a Star Destroyer. Again. Facing its turrets this time.
It's okay, our fleet's coming. Well, not fast enough.
Oh, there it is.
Fleet is now at your location. Echo Squadron, keep the convoy safe while the flagship engages the Vigilance.
Come on, Akbar. You know, focus your fire. Looks like you are,
Wait.
though.
The Empire's sending in a raider to intercept the convoy. We have to take that raider down. Pilot, with me.
I got
Almost
you.
in range. Get ready. The enemy fleet is hammering that convoy. Good. Their shields are weakening. Keep the radar focused on us, not the convoy. Starting another attack run. The raiders lost shields. They're trying to get cover from the capital ships. This is our chance. Finish this. We're wearing them down. Keep it up.
Yes, we're almost there.
Alright, so that raider's gone.
Raider is gone. Good work. Echo, let's get that convoy to a safer location.
Head to the far side of the NC-80.
Frigate's gone.
Refugee convoy. We're out of time. We've got to get you out of here.
Refugee convoy to Rebel Alliance. We're ready for lightspeed jump.
Wait. The Star Destroyer will be watching all possible vectors. They can still find you. Pilot, it's risky. But if we can destroy the targeting system on the Vigilance, we might throw them off the convoy's trail.
Wait, you two are attacking the Star Destroyer?
Let's hope your fleet can keep those shields down. Strike here. We can take down the Vigilance's targeting. We're getting there. Keep firing.
Keep moving. Better to do multiple passes.
That's it. Vigilance's targeting is down.
All convoy vessels, prep for lightspeed jump. Echo Squadron, withdraw and handle any fighters near the convoy.
You did it. Now both of you get clear.
Pilot, whatever happens next, you saved a lot of innocent lives. And mine.
Whoa.
Convoy's ready to jump. Thank you. We'll tell everyone what the Rebel Alliance did for us. All ships, prepare for lightspeed.
Did that X-Wing just get hit by that Corvette? Whoa.
We all choose our path. Light or dark. Freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
us now. Had some trouble with our long-range comms.
You're the 3rd patrol reporting comm blackouts. Head on back, Gunny. The commander will want a full report.
Lousy comms.
Chasing our tails for hours, and now we're late to meet the new boss.
Well, do you want to race home, Frisk? We might make it before his speech ends.
Keo, I ain't racing you. I learned my lesson the first 12 times.
Hush, the speech is starting.
I'm not one for speeches. So I'll just say, I'm honored to assume command of the Temperance in this fleet. Vanguard Squadron's reputation for bravery and integrity is unrivaled.
So Javes defected,
Defected immediately.
moved right on up the ranks.
To an initiative codenamed Project Starhawk.
Starhawk. And those rumors about a secret project are true.
What do you think it is, huh?
Some kind of weapon?
The key to victory.
If it helps end the war, who cares?
I care.
I like to know who I'm working for.
The good guys, Frisk. Remember? The only people in the galaxy who don't have a death mark on you?
Grace. The day ain't over yet.
Come on. Back to the Temperance.
We can meet the new boss. And anyone else he's bringing along.
Ah, there you are. Ardo said to expect you. I'm Zarelda Sage, Chief Mechanic, and this here's the Temperance, my pride and joy. I imagine you're excited to join the action. Speaking of, here's the rest of your squadron. Hey, Gonnie, I got your new pilot over here.
You go ahead, I'll meet you in there.
What
Welcome to Vanguard Squadron.
is she?
I'm Kyra Kuva. You can call me Gunny. Happy to have you on the team. Let's talk after the briefing, eh?
You're joining one of the best outfits in the New Republic. Hope you can live up to it. Anyway, follow them into the briefing room. I think our new commander's waiting for you in there.
Yeah, I can see that. I can look around. Alright, so this seems like a good enough place to end the episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm excited to play more. This is Arcurus, signing off.